Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to a very important State of the Union for the 5 people who care about the Blue Exorcist game. Yes, myself included. So, welcome. I have some things to say. Little rundown how I want to do this stream. I have a very short little presentation. I'm going to give you some info, some history. I want to tell you how and why there is a Blue Exorcist Gacha game, because most people don't even know that there is one. So that's going to be the first part of the stream. And then I'm going to actually play the game. I'm going to show you my account. We're going to go through the features of the game. And my intention for that is I want this to kind of be a little bit of an archive of the game that we got, the game that exists in whatever day it is. In late May of 2026, this is the status of the Blue Exorcist Gacha game, so I'm going to show it to you. And while I'm doing that, we're going to discuss a little bit. We're going to discuss why I think this game did not even last a year. And my thesis statement will be, as it is in the title, it probably should never have existed this way. So everyone settle in, get some popcorn, get a drink. I have quite a bit to say and quite a bit to show you about a subject literally not that many people care about, because if a lot of people cared about it, the game would not be ending. But that does not mean that I don't have things to say. So, first of all, wait, there was a Blue Exorcist Gacha game? Yes, the reaction of many upon hearing of this game's closure is that they did not know that it existed. But I knew, and I'm going to tell you about it. First, a couple of qualifiers. I want to be fair. Going into this, I have some biases, okay? If you don't know me, I'm Amanda. I love Blue Exorcist, and I hate Hoyoverse. I do not like Genshin Impact. I do not like Honkai Star Rail. I do not like Zenless Zone Zero. I do not like Wuthering Heights. I don't like any of that shit, okay? In fact, I very strongly dislike it. I actually have strong feelings about Hoyoverse, and it is negative. I think that it's a bad way to tell a story. I think that it's a bad way to make characters. I think that it's kind of exploitative. But that's a discussion for another day. But I just want you to know going in the biases that I hold, okay? Because this is an academic research. It's not. This is not an academic research. This is my opinions, and I just want to let you know going in. This is the status of what we're working with. This is how things are around here, and it's my channel, so you're just gonna have to accept that I love Blue Exorcist and I hate Hoyoverse. If you're wondering why I'm saying Hoyoverse, it will become clear. It will become clear. So yes, there is a Blue Exorcist Gacha game. It is called Welt Blue Exorcist Another Story. I call it Blue Exorcist Welt. But it is not called that. It's called Welt Blue Exorcist Another Story. That's its full title. Also, Welt is spelled with 2 V's, but the 2 V's make a W, and the German pronunciation of W is like a V sound. I don't know why it's like that. I don't even know why it's in German. Some Blue Exorcist things are just in German. Like, it's just a thing that the author likes, I think. Some of the words are just German. Some of the characters say German words. I don't know. It's just a thing. But yeah, the title is strange and kind of bad. I don't think that that's a major factor in why the game was not successful, but it does have a weird title. And so here's the promo art. It has this red flower on it. I think it looks nice. And I guess a tagline was, "Now show me this new tale that you would weave." Also kind of a bad tagline, kind of clumsy. And I didn't hear it much. I didn't hear it used in marketing, so whatever. But it is on this big promotional image that they released. So, time to get into some history, some backstory. We cannot talk about Welt Blue Exorcist Another Story. Henceforth, I might just call it the Blue Exorcist game. That's what everyone calls it. I never called it, Welt, but that's what it's called. So we cannot talk about Welt Blue Exorcist Another Story without talking about Blue Exorcist Damned Cord. Now, what is Blue Exorcist Damned Cord? That is such a good question, and I wish I knew. Blue Exorcist Damned Cord was announced in December of 2018. It was announced to be a Blue Exorcist gacha game, mobile game. It was said that it was going to be a mobile game, that it was going to be free to play, and have paid elements. That's all we know about it. We had one trailer and this one image. You can see a little closer here. And the, all they showed us was these two characters. These were going to be the main characters, the playable characters for Blue Exorcist Damned Cord. This is hilarious. Their names were going to be Alex and Alyssa Summons, which the concept of being in a Blue Exorcist game and having your last name be Summons is so funny to me. I'm like, oh, I wonder what they do. Yeah, their names were Alex and Alyssa Summons, and we know very, very little about this game. We got one trailer, which was like a 2D animated trailer, and this promo image, and they told us that the story was going to be written by Kazue Kato, who is the mangaka of Blue Exorcist, and that it would contain cutscenes animated by A1 Pictures, who made the first season of Blue Exorcist. So based on that, we can assume that it would have been 2D animated cutscenes. This would have been like a 2D game. I also see in this promotional image cards, so this leads me to think maybe it would have been some kind of card collecting, card battling game, but literally all we know about it is that it was going to be free to play with paid elements, and it was going to have cutscenes by A1 Pictures, and the main characters were Alex and Alyssa Summons. We know very, very little about it. It was announced in December of 2018, and it had a delay, and then it was canceled in November of 2020. So Blue Exorcist Damned Cord never came out. I believe that Blue Exorcist Damned Cord would have been like a 2D gacha game, battling game of some kind. These games were like way more common in like the 2010s. This was before Genshin Impact, so this was before the Genshin-fication of all gacha games. Back then, like an anime tie-in gacha game a lot of times would be like a 2D-based game. One that I played a lot back then was the Bungo Stray Dogs gacha game, which had like basically, it was like a pachinko kind of game, and you could draw for cards and then use them to up your stats and do little battles, but it was all 2D. There was no 3D exploration. So my opinion, based solely on the one trailer, little bit of information, and this picture that we got about Blue Exorcist Damned Cord, was that it would have been this kind of game, like some kind of 2D gacha battling game of some kind, maybe involving cards. I don't know. But as we all know, Blue Exorcist Damned Cord never came out. It was canceled in November of 2020. And on the day that it was canceled, the website game.blueexorcist.com, which is now the Alternavelt website, oh my god, I said Alternavelt website. I'm turning into a vampire. The Blue Exorcist Alternavelt website, so all three of these games, or all three of these websites had the same URL. It was game.blueexorcist.com. So first it was the Damned Cord website. And on the day that Damned Cord's cancellation was announced, the website looked like this, which says Blue Exorcist X MMORPG. And I think this message is just like, we're preparing a new project. So the day that they canceled Damned Cord, they had something else in mind. And the website looked like this for years. It was this black screen that said Blue Exorcist X MMORPG. And that was all we knew. That was all we got. That was all they gave us. I don't know. And, it stayed like this for a while. You will note that the game that we got is not an MMORPG, but that doesn't matter. Or at least I don't consider it to be an MMORPG, because you can't, like, multiplayer is not really much of a thing in Alternavelt, but whatever. I guess it depends if you consider Genshin Impact an MMORPG. I don't, but whatever. So yeah, the website looked like this for a while, and then eventually they announced Blue Exorcist Alternavelt, or Alternavelt Blue Exorcist Another Story. I'm trying to say its actual name. It was planned for release in August of 2024. And notably, it had a trailer leaked in 2023, so that was funny. I remember when the trailer leaked. That was funny. And the trailer didn't have too much in it. And the game was delayed until June of 2025, so it was delayed for almost a year. I personally kind of thought it would never come out, honestly. I was surprised that this game ever came out. But yes, we got this key image, we got, you can see some original characters on there. There were, is it supposed to be 2 Vs or a W? It's kind of both. I explained this, I know, so we had some people coming in a little bit late, but yes, it's 2 Vs making a W, which is pronounced like a V. It's Alternavelt, but it's spelled with 2 Vs, but it's German, so a W is a V. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so we got some original characters, and interestingly enough, we had some content that it was in the leaked trailer that's supposed to tie into the re-release of, like, sort of the revival of the Blue Exorcist anime franchise. So when they started making the anime seasons again, they included a lot of those characters and enemies and elements in the original promotion for Alterna Welt. Yeah, so there's your brief history of how we got to Alterna Welt. For those of you who are just coming in, there was a game called Damned Cord that was canceled, and then they said it was going to be MMORPG, and then we got Alterna Welt. So, what is the game actually like? Here's a meme I made when these two games dropped in the same month. Play my gacha game, because I play the Blue Exorcist Gacha game, but I don't play Persona Phantom X. Which, I don't know why, honestly, but yeah. But I do play the Blue Exorcist Gacha game. So, without further ado, we're going to enter our archival point. I want to show you the game as it exists in the current day. This is the game that we actually got. Yeah. Let me show you. I'm going to switch my screen. Oh, shit. What the hell? You're not supposed to be able to see that? Ooh. Wait a second. Whoa. I don't think there's anything bad on there. I'm looking. Yeah, there's nothing you shouldn't see on there. I mean, you're not supposed to see it in general, but there's not, like, personal info on it. Okay. And let me turn on the sound. So, here is the Blue Exorcist Gacha game. Yeah. So, you see now why I compared it to Genshin Impact. It looks familiar. It looks familiar. So I'm gonna get my bona fides out of the way. This is embarrassing. This is my account. I am player level 59. The maximum player level you can get to in this game is 60. So, and actually, what is my current? Where is it? Not this. My current thing. I have been off of this game for a tiny bit. Season, yes. What is my ranking? I am ranked 116th in the whole English server. I think the highest I ever got was rank 40. At one point, I was ranked like 40th. So there are 40 people in the English-speaking world who are more dedicated to this game than me at some point. But yeah, I'm ranked 116th. Which is, it's not bad for season 4. So the game lasted 4 seasons, as far as like battle pass stuff goes. And you'll see a lot. One thing I did mention is that to play this game on PC, you have to download it through the Google Play Store, which I've never downloaded a Google Play Store game on PC. It's weird. So yeah, let me give you guys a little tour. I feel like I do not have to explain to you the mechanics of this game. It is very, very similar to every other game in its genre, which I do think is a hindrance, because I don't like those games. Oh, wait, I wanted to show you my character collection, though. I don't even have all the, like, SSR-ranked characters. Ah! So yeah, if you see this thing on the bottom, it's from Google Play, which is weird. I don't know why it's like that. Let me show you the characters I have. I came into this game wanting one specific character. Shima in his Illuminati uniform. Oh, there he is. I won't say I don't like the characters. The characters are the best part. So yeah, at launch, the game had these characters in purple are the, like, original characters. We had Matoi, Kunan, she's a baddie. She's a bad bitch, Kunan. I do really like the original characters that they created for this game. Kazuto, Yasumi. This is Kunan's, like, default outfit. Kinu was added actually recently. She is the only original character to the game that was added after the game's launch. All the other original characters launched with the game. Then we have, so Adori Kureha is kind of the main character of the, like, main story, so good for her. Yasumi, there's my character. I never bothered leveling her up because I came here to play as Blue Exorcist characters. I don't care. But she's cute. That's me. Doesn't look anything like the splash art, but that's fine. And then they added, Igor, Ryuji, Izumo. Like, they dug deep. Like, Igor Neuhaus, Nemu Takara. Okay, this one is weird. Kinzo Shima, very minor character in the anime and the manga, was a character at launch. They launched with Kinzo Shima. Shiemi in her swimsuit. This one's really cute. There are some special outfits I never got. I never got the Halloween or New Year's cards, which is kind of a shame. But I did get the two I wanted the most, which is Renzo Illuminati and Izumo Miko. So, I also got Rin in the swimsuit, which is cute. I will say, the game looks good to me. Like, it could look better, especially the environments, but the art is all nice. I really like the designs they made for their, like, original characters and the original outfits. I would have loved to see this game last long enough to get a lot more cosmetics, is the thing. And then the gameplay is very, very standard for one of these Genshin-likes. You can do your daily trials and challenges to get materials to level up your characters. You can autoplay through most of it. And then there's some story events. One thing that is weird to it is the My Dorm. So let me show you this. My Dorm was kind of billed as like a base you can decorate. I usually play this game on my phone, I'm not gonna lie. But it has very limited furniture items. So I really only made like one room. The items you can craft and make are like very limited. But you can put your characters in the hot spring, so that's cute. Look at them. I'd say there's nothing to like in this game. I just think that a Blue Exorcist game of this scale is probably unsustainable. I also don't know what the budget of this game is like, but probably it was just too expensive to make for a franchise that I don't know how much money Blue Exorcist really pulls in. I think it is pretty popular. Like, it's definitely been very successful, but I'm just not sure if it's making the Genshin Impact dollars to keep up this level of production. I do have a new story quest going on. I will say I don't mind the story of this game at all. It has this nice self-contained little narrative mostly about Adori. So let me show you some combat. Hello. The combat is extremely simple. What do I feel like leveling up? I will do Cursed Card XP. So cursed cards are like weapons. They're like the equipable, or they're more like equipment. You can equip up to 4 to each character. But yeah, you can just skip through the challenges. That's what I mostly do. I will show you one. We can do the all-out trial so you can see a lot of the characters. And hopefully this will last us long enough. This is my current team, by the way. That we can see some of the special animations, because they are nice, the animations for the special attacks. I like them fine. Some of them sometimes will break the game, so that's fun. I will say, this game was extremely buggy on launch. Alright, and then I turn on auto battle because I don't like just clicking shit. So yeah, and then the characters go at it. Oh no, I was too powerful. We didn't even get to see a special animation. Although these battles, they get increasingly harder as you go along, so... And by get increasingly harder, I mean, the numbers of the boss goes up. There's no point in this game where you've had to do, like, use strategy, solve a puzzle, anything that requires any brain power, not really in this game. I will give Genshin Impact that. Like, Genshin Impact would occasionally give you, like, a puzzle. Not in this game. In this game, it is just mash buttons until you win. Sometimes you can heal. You usually don't have to. You know, Mephisto actually never made it into the game as a playable character, which is crazy because I think he's by far the most popular character in the game, or in the series, which is really weird to me, by the way. I have, like, no feelings on Mephisto, even as, like, a Blue Exorcist super fan. He's, like, a fine character to me. Like, I think he's fun. I always have fun with him on screen, but people love him. I think they must think he's sexy. I don't know. So we have the original voice cast in the game, which is cool. I think the voice cast is always super strong in Blue Exorcist. Yeah. And they do a good job. The voice actors are all good. There's a lot about the presentation of the game that I like. It's just incredibly dull to play. Very boring. Let's see if I can get something, yeah, let's do the vault. See if we can actually trigger a special attack. Alright, this one's level 53. I think we can do it there. So the characters have, like, element affinities and stuff. Interestingly enough, this Rin in the swimsuit is actually water element, which is funny because he's, like, the fire guy, but whatever. I turn the game down a little. And then it's got that JRPG thing going on where the characters are just shouting. Alright, let's see. Go. Yeah, it's nice. The animations are nice. No problems with the animations. Oh, this one's cute. Yeah, Rin. I really like Rin with his mop in this outfit. In the swimsuit outfit, he has a mop instead of a sword, which I think is so cute. All right. I'll show you guys some more of the animations, and then I'll show you the environment. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I really like Shima's. I think his is really cool. His special animation. And then here's Yukio's. Here's Yukio with the water gun. Yeah, they're all nice. I like the fighting animation's fine. Satan rolling wash. No, I like that they are very faithful to the source material. Like, they adapt Rin's stupid attack names, which canonically everyone makes fun of him and thinks are stupid. There's a lot here for a Blue Exorcist fan to enjoy. It's just not a good game. And there's no reason for anyone who doesn't like Blue Exorcist already to play it, which is very limiting of the potential player base. For a game that was clearly expensive to make and expensive to maintain, it seems very foolhardy to me. And I think that something like this would have been better suited to, like, I think that Blue Exorcist would be better suited to, like, a smaller scale mobile game. I didn't include in my presentation, there was a Blue Exorcist PSP game a long time ago. And that one is called Chrono Labyrinth, something like that. It was never released in English, so I never played it. But there was the Blue Exorcist PSP game. And from my understanding, it was like a very simple kind of dungeon crawler, turn-based game that told a little story. And to me, that's what a anime spin-off game should be, you know? It doesn't need to be all this. It doesn't need to be this flashy. It doesn't need to be this dramatic. Because it inherently has a limited player base. People are not playing this who do not like Blue Exorcist a lot. Oh, Yukio's dead. We're probably gonna die. There's a reason I haven't gotten past this floor. So then your characters will revive themselves after a certain amount of time if another character is still alive. So, and this Izumo character, she self-heals, so she can keep everyone alive. This R button, this is like a power-up that recharges every once in a while. So that's about it. I just let the thing play, then I press the special attacks, and then sometimes I press R. And that's it. It's not a very good video game. But it does contain Blue Exorcist, and therefore I played it for a whole year. I'm gonna be proud to have played this game from the day it launched to its dying day, even though it wasn't even a year. Maybe the game would have done better if they introduced a Persona 5 collab. Do you think this game would have done better if they added Joker Persona 5? Let me know what you think. This game didn't even need a Persona 5 collab to kill it. I'm probably gonna die. Go, Izumo. Let's see. It also has this break mechanic, but the break mechanic is like kind of useless, which is really funny because that was one of the only things in the marketing of the game. Was oh, I actually beat it. Was the break mechanic. The break mechanic was like advertised in a couple of live streams with the voice actors, and they were like, "Oh, you can break them. There's a break mechanic." Like they acted like it was advanced strategy. The break mechanic is just a gauge that goes down, and then you can wail on the boss for a couple minutes. All right, let me show you guys some of the environment. So this is another thing I think is not a great choice, is that things like Genshin Impact, it really thrives on its like beautiful, explorable open world. Blue Exorcist, while I think the setting is cool, I think it's a cool town that it's set in, it's very much like an urban fantasy. Like it's always set in like a town, a building, a school, you know, it doesn't really have these like sweeping locales like some kind of high fantasy game. And the actual environment that they've built, which I don't think that it's... Oh, there's a chest over here. I don't think it's a bad idea to make a like kind of open world gacha game that takes place in one town, but then I think you have to make the town feel lively. You have to like populate the town with like interesting characters and interesting like, little corners. And I think that like something like Persona 5 is actually like a really great example of that. There's like lots of interesting NPCs and little like stuff in the background to enjoy. This game is very empty. It's a lot of big empty roads, and also this gigantic hill that's like a street. I've noticed this since the day the game launched. This is a really weird street. But yeah, it's a very empty open world. There's not a lot of stuff to find. Like I said, there's no puzzles. There's not much in the overworld. It looks okay. Like, all these stores are cute and stuff, but you can't interact with anything, and there's almost no NPCs around. Like, this is the first NPC we've seen. There's some cars. I also think it doesn't look much like the anime or the manga. Like, this is not what I pictured playing a game about the True Cross town would be like. So here's some NPCs. They're kind of around. There's a can. But yeah, it's not too exciting of an open world. And then there's just random enemies about. This is like one of the more populated areas. Here's like a little square. But there's a lot of nothing in this environment, unfortunately. Yeah. Overall, I'm just pretty mixed on it. It's like, I'm glad that this game came out, and I'm glad that I got to play it. But I so badly wish that it was something else, you know? Like, I wish that they just made, like, a PS4 game or something that told this story, and you could pay $30 for it, and then you could have it. Instead of this live service gacha thing that they have to shut down now because it didn't make any money. I gotta say, I didn't expect this game to last long, but it lasted even less long than I thought it would. But yeah, like, so the town is divided into these, like, levels. And to get between the levels on foot, it's just these massive ramps, which are very strange looking to me. Is this like a thing in Japan? Am I being crazy that these gigantic ramps that are like so steep but look like they're made for cars are weird? I just think it's weird. Yeah, like there's quite a lot of space. It's just there's not much in any of it. The main like area Some go more seasons in the actual anime. That's not true! There's more than 4 seasons of the Blue Exorcist anime. Like, you can... There's some, like, more locations from the anime. Like, you can go to, Oh, actually, I want to show you guys something really funny. This is, like, the funniest thing in the overworld. This is, like, the only interesting thing you can find in the overworld. So... See if it'll load. The performance is not great. So we can go to the Johann Faust estate, which is Mephisto's house. He's out here. I don't know if he has much to say. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure where the entrance is. You can actually get inside his house. I'm not sure which of these doors works. Oh, come on. I know you can get inside his house. I've been inside it. House estate area. Oh, okay. You have to get it. You have to get to it from the map. So you can go inside Mephisto's house, which is fun. There are some notable locations, and like this location I like. It looks cute. This is like not really a space we ever see in the anime, so like I can't confirm or deny its accuracy. We really just see like his bedroom. But here's Mephisto's bedroom, or it's his like office. And look what he has inside of his freaking library. Look what he has. It's the Blue Exorcist manga. Why? How? This raises so many questions about the universe. Why is this here? Why can you read why is it inside his house? Oh. Is any of this real? Like, imagine at the end of Blue Exorcist, there's like a plot twist that it was a manga that Mephisto is reading all along. He's got 3 copies of Volume 1. He's got a bunch of copies of Volume 1. I think he's missing some of the more recent ones. But yeah, how crazy is that? That's like a detail they added. I thought that's so funny. You can find like a couple more little details. Like I think this is art by the staff on the wall here, which is cool. But this is like one of the only environments with like fun little details to find, you know? And I don't think you can't really open any of these other doors. Like, there's not many places where you can go inside the buildings, and when you can, they're pretty sparse. It's mostly like corridors, and you've got one room. And then here's his office, which is super accurate to the anime, actually. This is what his office looks like in the anime. They go there a bunch. This is where Mephisto tells, I don't know, Rin and Yukio that they have to make their own food or whatever. A lot of comedic stuff in season 1 happens there. And then in like season 3 and 4 and stuff, it's serious stuff in there. But yeah, so we have this place. I think this is another just a hallway. Just goes back upstairs. So there's basically like 2 rooms that you can actually go into in here. And then the other kind of like, you see how this goes off the bottom there? You can go to Futsumaya, which is where Shiemi lives. The Portrait Chamber, which is like a location in season 3. Stuff like that. Then these are some original locations. The Sky Building and the Hall of 100 Flowers and the Chromatic Paradise are like important locations to the game's story, like the original story of the game. I don't know what this quest is here. Oh shit, to complete the final task. Oh, is this the end? Also, I should say that I've already completed the main story and seen credits in this game, so I actually do not know what could be in what remains in the end. You guys want to check this out? But yeah, I just think it's hilarious that you can find the Blue Exorcist manga in Mephisto's house. What's it doing there? Yeah, I don't know what the implications of Mephisto having all of the Blue Exorcist manga in his house is, but there you go. Okay, let's see what this is about. Okay, oh, we got some original characters. Hey guys! I'm not gonna read this all out. It's not gonna be voice acted though. They have these little like insert lines.
でも 違うと思う
Yeah, all the story elements start with like, where's Amanda? And it's like, I don't know where I am. I'm watching you, I guess. Yeah, so about the story is that after I finished the main story, there was like a bonus quest where the characters they're doing like an aptitude test and they have to hunt a bunch of demons. It's kind of boring. There's a lot of filler. Yay. I will say this does let me live out my self-insert fantasies. Like, gosh. I want to be friends with all the Blue Exorcist characters and hang out with them. I will say though, in the story of the game, your character that you play as is like an adult who sometimes hangs out with the teenage Blue Exorcist characters. It's a little weird. She's kind of like a mentor. Like, I feel like the character you play as is kind of like mentoring the Blue Exorcist characters, which is cute. I would like to do that. Oh, I've got the Mephisto dog. It's worth 10 billion points. Yeah, he's like second-ranked demon. Oh, I get the most exemplary exorcist award. This is so fan servicey. Oh my god. This is like my character in the game is such a like Mary Sue. Like she just gets all the prizes. She's the best exorcist ever. I'm Lida-san. I will say I really like the little sprites. They look nice. They don't look exactly like Kato's illustrations, but I think that the art style is really cute. They look better than the models. Like this is a really Rin has some really cute sprites in this game. Oh yeah, Rin knows that Mephisto can turn into a dog, by the way. I just twigged sooner? What does that mean? Oh, I'm gonna compete with him. I'll take you on any time. Yeah, I think they added it because the game is closing. Although they already had, they already had like the first part of this quest, so I don't really know. I am curious though because the ending of the first like main story quest situation is pretty final. So if this in like a hypothetical future where this game was really successful and it became like Genshin Impact and they decided the story had to go on for 10 years, I wonder what would have happened. I feel like they introduced a lot of these original characters who are not super relevant, so they could go down the line of all the original characters and give them their own little story. Because the main story is very much about Adori, like she's the only important character. I do like Kazuto a lot. I really like the original characters, but this sprite is so cute. The sprite work is really nice. I like Adori. I really like all the original characters. I think they're great. Hunan is really cool. She's a model. She has like a side gig as a model. I don't know what's going on with the shader on her face, so it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's go. I guess we're gonna have a little party or something. Yay! Congratulations! Blue Exorcist is now over! The insert art is nice too. Oh, okay. Oh, we're gonna go to the Johann Faust estate. We're missing some of the original characters from this scene, so I need them to show up. I do really like Nagomi too. She's like the character who gives you quests, and she's very cool. She has like a cane that has a gun on the end. I think that's sick. Something interesting I would like to say is there was a character in the Blue Exorcist movie who was like original to the movie and not canon, like the characters in the game. And then he later got added to the main manga and became canon. So I would actually like to see some of the... I think we might be too close to the end of the manga to be introducing new characters, but I would love if like some of the characters from the game could become canon to the manga. That would be so fun. Yeah, whatever. They're just talking about how great I am. Ahaha, he tricked us. We were just doing his work. Subarashi. I don't know what they're yapping about. Oh, who skipped the assessment? Oh! He has to do the assessment! all the stories are like this. They're like weirdly low stakes. Another good sprite, though. That's a good sprite. Like the models, the 3D models, like don't move their mouths or don't move their faces, but the these guys are pretty expressive. He looks like he's high out of his mind. Oh my god, why are his eyes so red? Yeah, there's a lot of like stupid comic relief shit. Yay, we did the mission. What did I get? Oh, I advanced to gold rank. Whatever. I had been paying. I will tell you guys, I paid for the season pass for every single season, and apparently every single season there ever will be. That's so awesome. I'm so glad I did that. Shall we? Also, so this is where there would usually be like a special gacha for the events, and then the Altex recruitment is like the permanent banner. It's always there. Right now, only the Altex banner is there, so I guess that's kind of sad. I guess we're not getting... I was kind of hoping they'd bring back some of the SSR characters or something, but... Do I have enough? No. But yeah, I'll show you guys what the gacha poll looks like. It's a nice little animation. Gonna be like a shit card. Wow, Fox Mask. Big mask. I have one more key. They did give everyone like 100 free polls when they announced the game was ending, though. Alright. I want to get a character or something just to show you guys. I will say this is one of the more generous gacha games I've ever played. I feel like I usually got what I wanted without having to spend too much money. Not always. I have spent quite a bit of money on this game. Jack shit. Not a good time to pick up the game then. Jack shit. Alright, yeah, I don't got nothing. Yeah, the EXP creep is crazy. I need 40,000 XP. I kind of wanted to hit max level before the game goes down, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. And then I'll show you guys how you like level characters. So I have like basic Rin. He was like the first SSR. Where are his skills? I think all of his skills are up. Really? 5-star cursed card. Oh yeah, these. So yeah, then you just get a fuck ton of materials and level your characters up, and you have to pay to get materials. It's just like a Genshin Impact clone. Oh shit! Wait a second! Why did it just let me spend all my memory fragments on the keys I can't use anymore because those keys are for the other banner? Fuck! Ugh, that's really annoying. Whatever, I guess I didn't need those. What was I gonna do with those memory fragments? So yeah, your cursed cards are, like your equipment. You level them up. You can use these. It's just like any other kind of pay-to-play stat builder situation. You know, the more you pay, the better you can make your characters. You can level them up by drawing them from the gacha multiple times. They have these really long voice lines you can listen to, which are cute. It's very unclear where we're at in the timeline because all the stuff Rin references is from like season 1, but then we've got like season 4 Shima here. But who really cares? Does he have anything funny to say? He's just talking about how he's in the Illuminati. But yeah, if there's anything you guys would like to see, if there's anything you were like curious about, that you're like, I wonder what's going on in the Blue Exorcist game, I'd be happy to show you. Yeah, there are some side quests, but not a lot. I feel like also that's another thing, is like Genshin Impact has like very big involved kind of side quests. And this game, the side quests are mostly fetch quests. You mostly just go to another location. Sometimes you beat up some stuff. Combat? Oh, were you not here before? We can go find something to fight. Where do I want to go? There's usually stuff out here. You can definitely, like, visit some locations from the game. You can go here to, like, the main gate. It's kind of cool to be like, wow, this is the place from the game. Or, not the game, from the anime. And the novelty wears off pretty quick. Hello. It's pointing me towards an enemy, but I don't see it. Yeah, there's usually stuff to fight out here. The combat is very boring, though. You just button mash until you win. Oh, there's some guys. I don't even know if it's worth using any specials, but... I might be biased because I really like him, but I think that Shima's Illuminati Shima special attack is like one of the best animations. This was cool. You can find, this is the bridge from the anime. They cross this bridge in the anime. It's like there's definitely care taken to make things like accurate. It's just in service of a game that's not very fun. And I really think that side quests could have helped. Oh, see, that's what I mean about sometimes it breaks it. Oh, Yukio's broken. No, he's fine. The music's gone, though. Oh, there it is. Is like, I think that maybe if they were, like, populated the environment with a lot more, like, side quests that were, like, from the anime or relevant, that maybe it would have done better as fan service. But most of what you find that's actually from the anime is just places, and you're like, wow, I remember the scene that took place here, but there isn't actually anything to do in that place, you know? Oh, there's a big guy. I did like the original story that they created fine, though. It was fine. Yep, you just mash the button until you win. I really just think they swung too big. You know, they were like, we can make Genshin Impact, and they could not. They really went big. They were like, we need like this whole open world. We need this everything. And I think maybe if they just contain themselves to like a dungeon or two with like some really compelling combat, then it would have been more enjoyable. Because my impression of the PSP game that I haven't played because it only came out in Japan. Here's the edge of the map. Yeah, here's another empty ass area. Yeah, there's the edge. I can't go any further. But my understanding of the Japanese only PSP game is that it was like very contained, it was very short, but it was like a good time. It was like a fun little dungeon crawler kind of RPG. And I think that that's all something like a franchise like this should really venture to make. It was simplified world exploration and polish the rest harder. You think it would have done better? I don't know. The tricky thing with this is I think even if the game was really good, I just think it has such a limited player base. Like, there's no reason to play this if you don't already like Blue Exorcist. Which is definitely, like, it definitely has a fan base. Like, it moves manga, it sells merch. You know, the anime is received well, usually. But it's just never gonna reach the heights of, like, a super popular gacha game. And I know that these kinds of games are very expensive to make, and they require a lot of upkeep, and you have to keep all these people on staff. And I just think it's the wrong move for many anime tie-in games, not just specifically Blue Exorcist. I think there's very few IPs that could sustain a game like Genshin Impact on its own. Like, I don't know, maybe like One Piece could do it, like the real juggernauts, but anything smaller than that, I think, is just spinning their wheels and wasting their time trying to make a Genshin Impact's clone. And they're kind of doomed to lose money in the end, I think. These guys are so cute, though. These are the closest to like puzzles and side quests. You get these little guys who they'll either ask you trivia questions or make you, like, do a little challenge or something. But it really all boils down to point and click. There's some frogs. They're actually called reapers. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just think that the market for these kinds of games is so oversaturated. There's 10 million games that look, sound, and play exactly like this. And unless you love Blue Exorcist like I do, there is absolutely no reason to play this. You know, I think if you're inclined to play this kind of game, you're gonna play Genshin Impact, you're gonna play Honkai Star Rail, you're gonna play whatever. You're gonna play the much, much better ones, and you'll have a better time. Like, there's just no reason to play this. Unless you like Blue Exorcist a lot. Which I do, and thus I played it. But I would never recommend this to, like, the general gaming populace. Because there's just not a lot there. And I think that if this had been, like, a very low-scale kind of thing, like a 2D mobile gacha game, I think that would have done fine for what it is. But they shot for the stars. They shot too far, in my opinion. You can go in here, so this is like the support desk. You can get like daily quests here. These are always going to be the support counter requests. I completed them all. I just exhausted the content in the game pretty fast, and then because it got canceled, they stopped updating it. But this is what I mean. See her cane? Look at her cane. It has like a revolver on the end. I think she's sick. I really hope, if I could pick anyone, I would hope they would add Nagomi to canon. They should make Nagomi canon. That'd be awesome. There's also, so there's this little like food truck place where like a lot of the quests end here, which is cute. I think this bulletin board, it looks like it should have like rankings or something on it, but you actually can't interact with it. Yeah, even in non-gacha. Yeah, like I would say, yeah, I would say play something else. Like there are some NPCs around here in this like kind of little starting area, but they're very clustered right here. I think this guy sells books. Yeah, enhancement material. I'll get some, but these guys are like the only shops too. There's a couple shops around this main hub, but then there's no other shops. It's just not a good open world. There are some chests. I got all the chests. It's just a shame. It's just a shame. Like, I think if they charged me $20 for, like a Blue Exorcist console game that I could play for 10 hours, I would have paid that gladly. I would have bought the collector's edition. I really would have. But instead we had to get this because everything has to be Genshin Impact now. I would have rather played Damned Cord. Damned Cord probably wouldn't have gone out of service immediately. I don't know, I'm just sad. You know, like, obviously Blue Exorcist means so much to me. I care about it a lot. It's a huge franchise to me. I love it so much, and I think that it has the makings of a good video game, but this is not it. And it sucks. Like, maybe in another world, this game could have been so good that it made some Genshin Impact players into Blue Exorcist fans. And maybe it could have drawn people in with its compelling open world gameplay, and then they could have watched the anime and liked it. But that's not possible. It was a fun little anime when I watched it years ago. Well, you gotta watch it now because it's crazy different, and it's not a fun little anime. It's a sad, sad time. I mean, it's good, but it's sad. Like, the most recent season is so sad. Yeah, so this little town square has some NPCs, which is cool. I often just feel like, I wish that the world was a little bit more, like, colorful. It's a lot of gray. There's the cable car station. Like, when the game first launched, I had a lot of fun running around it. It just kind of wore thin pretty fast. Like, after about a week of exploring all the stuff, I was like, well, I've seen all there is to see. Like, we're in the shopping district. This is the second floor. Top floor has the Johann Faust. The second floor has the, over here, the Japan branch area gate thing is where you go do, like, your daily challenges. Then there's the hospital, which is a building you can go inside, but it's kind of boring. Then there's the dorms, which you can't go inside. And then there's the high school, which is, you know, the main location of Season 1, so that's cool. Then over here, here's, like, the south gate, and then a lot of this is just this big empty forest, which is so weird. And then there's a couple of, like, special locations. There's, like, there you have your own office, and there's the cram school. I'll show you the cram school. That's, like, the most notable location from the anime, or at least the first season. It's also, like, there's a lot of fun locations in later seasons. There's, like, the Illuminati base. There's, Kyoto. There's, like, different locations that they go to. But I don't even know how they would work that into an open world game. Oh, Kinzo has a quest. That's another thing, is, some of the quests just don't show up on the map. You just have to, like, kind of find them. The shop that sells used CDs. Oh, I guess we have a Kinzo side quest at the moment. The quests are very sporadic and random, but yeah, here's the cram school. Yeah, like, people got tired of Genshin and the locations. I remember that. Yeah, there's a classroom. But then they added more. And they will never add more locations to Alterna Welt. Which is a shame. You know, like, I would have liked to see the game, like, expand and improve, but all they ever really did was add more characters. So they definitely had a lot of bug fixes. The game used to be a lot buggier, but I don't really consider that an update. That's like the bare minimum. Where are we going? Oh, the bookstore.
Oh! いらっしゃい.
Oh, yeah, so Kinzo's thing is that he's a monk, but he's in a screamo band. I actually love Kinzo. He's like one of my favorite characters, and I was really, really happy to see him make it into the game at launch. I was like so happy to see Kinzo. He's a great character. He is like one of the, he's a top tier side character. He's not really that important, especially not beyond season 2, but he's a monk, he's in a screamo band, and then he like cries at his brother's wedding. That's about it. He's a funny guy. I love Kinzo. Yeah, see, like a lot of these side quests are just like go to a place, talk to a person, go to a place, talk to a person, and then you'll have to fight someone. Which again, pretty standard for the genre, but not that great. Like I said, this game was really, even though I love Blue Exorcist, this game was fighting an uphill battle with me because I do not like this genre of game. I don't know what this is, actually. I will say, I don't know if I can play it, but this game has a pretty good opening theme. It has like an opening song, which is good. I like that song. We got Death Striders. Oh, that's the band he's in. Cool. I'll show you something else. So there's this thing, Chapter of Bonds are these, they're like character quests that you can unlock for characters you've gotten. So you can see, you can actually see the characters I don't have, which is Ryuji in his casual clothes, Yukio in his casual clothes, Lewin! Oh, I'm so sad. This is the one character I really wish I got. I never got Lewin. Yusuchi in his casual clothes, Rin on the New Year's, Arthur Angel I never got. I am sad to have missed these two. I have Kunan. I didn't get Jirei in the Halloween outfit, but I did get Yasumi Christmas, Shura Christmas, Renzo Illuminati, there's Kazuto Sportswear. I think the rest of these I have. But yeah. And then Chapter of Friendship are these ones with the other characters, which I actually haven't done any of these. I should do these. Let's see what my mods is like. And you have to spend like the premium currency to unlock them. I actually haven't done these. I wonder if they're any good. I wonder if they're like funny. So a lot of them are very goofy, you know, they're very inconsequential little stories. Which, you know, it's not like I was expecting anything hard-hitting or like relevant to the plot. Where is he? Oh. I wish there was more voice acting too. Makes it hard for me to care. Autistic King. It's a shame Amaimon I think was clearly planned to be like a playable character. Because these two are super popular. People really like Mephisto and Amaimon. But they never made it.
Naru. Hi.
I don't even know if these have any gameplay. I think you just watch them. Yeah, I think you just go places. Maybe I'll do this later. But yeah, whatever.
でも
I like Jirei. He's like probably my favorite original character, in the main cast. Like, look at this guy. He's just like a crazy freak, and I do like that for him. His thing is that he likes to like make food for demons. He's like an evil chef, which I love for him. And he hangs out. He hangs out with this guy who's a medic. Like, there we go. That was the whole mission. The whole mission was just to watch 2 cutscenes. Pretty exciting stuff. Yeah, I don't know what else I wanted to show you guys. I showed you my account. We took a look at the characters. We saw some cutscenes. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of make a little stream, show you guys the game as it exists, explain to you little history, my theories about why it flopped. I don't think I said anything like new or hard hitting. I think we've been new that this game was kind of a flop. I even know a lot of like really intense Blue Exorcist fans who were like, this game sucks too much. I love Blue Exorcist, but I will not be playing this game. Overall, I think it's a shame. I think we missed out on probably what could have been, like, a decent anime tie-in game because they were chasing the gacha high. And I think it's a shame. You know, I definitely think somewhere along the line from Damned Chord to Alternavelt, it's like something was lost. I think a good game, or even like an okay game, was planned at some point, or even just a game that would have lasted longer than a year, you know? Like, I didn't need it to be amazing, but I would have liked it to be sustainable. And it's a shame, but I'm glad that we all got to take a look at it today. Thank you for listening to me yap. I think the moral of this story is we need to bring back anime tie-in games that are like for consoles, because so you know how I've been back into playing my DS? The DS has like a Vampire Knight game, a Rosario Vampire game, a Code Geass game, a Soul Eater game, and it's like, they don't do that anymore. Like, they would never make like a Blue Exorcist Switch game that was just like a shitty little RPG or a little visual novel or something. Instead, you get like a mobile gacha game or a Fortnite collab. And I think I'm very sad about that, you know? I wish that we could still get, like, budget console games based on anime instead of gacha games. Like, imagine, like, $30 for, like, a Blue Exorcist Switch RPG. And then you just buy the game, and then you have it, and then you play it, and it's probably not that good. But that's it. It doesn't, like, demand more of your money. It doesn't need to be sustainable long-term. It doesn't need to keep getting updates to get you to spend more money. So yeah, that's my plea. That's my plea to the anime industry. Bring back one-off console games to tie in. I would love to see like Switch games or PS4 games, PS5, or even just like Steam games. Yeah, and make them they don't have to be great, but make them decent. That's all I have to say. I've said my piece. Anyone have anything else they want to say or yap about Blue Exorcist Alternavelt? You agree with me, disagree? You're like, no, I love getting gacha slop games. I don't know. Also, I know I've been harsh on Hoyoverse. I was trying to think of something good to say. Hoyoverse games are very high budget. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting. Hoyoverse is my enemy. I've gone on record saying that. If you ever catch me taking Hoyoverse money, shut your mouth. But I think Hoyoverse games are slop and I hate them. Anyway, and I'm sad that they turned my favorite anime into a Hoyo slop game. And it sucks a bit. That is all. Thanks for taking a little trip Trip down memory lane. I am sad to see it go. But I'm also not that sad to see it go. I guess I'm sad to see it go because I don't think we're ever getting another Blue Exorcist video game. So, if any translators want to start getting on that PSP game patch, please, 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 I want to play the Blue Exorcist PSP game. Alright. That's all. Bye, you guys. I'm not having any streams this weekend. I'm busy. Alright, bye. Bye. Thanks for listening to the yap. I appreciate it. I know that not that many of you care that much about this. Yeah. Mostly, honestly, can I be honest? When I was thinking of this stream, I really just thought of the thumbnail. I just wanted to make a really dramatic thumbnail with the end of service. With the end of service thing. Yeah. Oh, wait, before I go. Oh. Wow, I'm idol. Look at my key art. Saturday night. Virtual Harmony 3D Live on Joy's Twitch channel. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so fun. Look at this cute outfit. Look at this cute key art. I am going to be Aidoru. Everyone else is going to be Aidoru. I've been working on, I've been helping Joy put the concert together, so I've seen the material, and it's so, so good. Everyone involved is so talented. I'm so excited. Please, 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 please come. Thank you. Please. I'm begging, screaming, shitting, pissing, and farting. Please come to Virtual Harmony. It's gonna be so good. All right. I think that's all I have to say. So to darkness, have a great night. And remember, do not play Genshin Impact. Do not let your takeaway be that you should play Genshin Impact instead of this, okay? Jailbreak your DS and play the Vampire Knight dating sim instead. All right, bye guys. Bye. I'll see you on Saturday. I'll be in chat. Okay? I'll see you on Saturday 100% for Virtual Harmony Live. Okay, bye. Bye.